may not be the case for everybody, but we're going to start off with some breathing this morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Thanks for being here at your home, modern yoga. Hope everyone's doing well, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. Obviously, lots of emotions going on. And what regulates our emotions better than anything is our breath. So this morning, we're going to start off with some breathing. The lungs are connected energetically to the heart, through the heart chakra. So that's what this class is going to be about creating openness through our hearts, through opening other parts, specifically the psoas. So any of us have been kind of maybe spending a little bit more time on the couch or sitting in other places. Good stretching for the psoas. Also, a lot of people have become more active at this time. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing to see as I'm driving down the street, teenagers riding bikes everywhere. It's like how it used to be, right? It feels like it's back in time in the 80s when we actually used to get out and play and do things. So it's nice to see people out and about. Hopefully that can continue to happen. Smart decisions as far as staying in small groups or not being in groups at all, but you know how it goes. But that means you're active. Hip flexors are going or pumping, and that's going to create tightness, and that's also going to limit our ability to be more open in our hearts. But as I mentioned before, we're going to start off by breathing, because the breath is what's going to help regulate all of our emotions, our sympathetic nervous system, helping us calm down a bit. So we'll start with 2 different breath types. Most of you are familiar with it. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, sun moon breath, and then we'll do a little bit of breath of fire, heat some things up, because you know, in this space here, things warm up real quickly. We have the heaters, we have the bodies, but at home it might take a little bit more to warm up a little bit. So we'll make sure we're warming up effectively through some breath of fire, Kapalabhati. All right, let's start off just hands down on your thighs. I am propped on the block. If you have something to sit on, you can. Like the first 5 minutes, about, we'll breathe, and then we'll start moving the body. I believe there's a playlist that was sent to you. It should be heart opener and breath playlist. So we won't start it quite yet. I'll tell you when after we finish our breath. All right, welcome yogis. Hands to heart center. Let's take an audible breath together in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now for the sacred sound of Om, deep inhale. Put your hand on your thighs and your elbows, close your eyes. Just this nice steady stream of energy moving in and out through your nose. Bringing our mind to that place of calm, of stillness. Single pointed awareness, the breath. Okay, right over the grass for a moment. Making the mudra that we use for alternate nostril breathing. You're going to take index, so like the whole Star Trek thing. Your index fingers and thumbs are going to bend, and you're going to use your ring finger for your left nostril and your thumb for your right. If that's not working, you can always modify. You can go peace fingers to third eye and then try to work the ring and the thumb, or you can simply just pinch right and left. Okay, right hand, left hand is on the thigh. Let's go palm up. Okay, so we'll begin placing your right thumb on your right nostril. Take an inhale through your left nostril. Pause at the top. Imagine the breath is at the third eye. Plug off both nostrils. So ring finger left nostril now. And then exhale out the right nostril. Don't worry about making sound or letting anything come out. Grab a tissue, wipe your sleeve. Inhale through the right. Plug it off, hold it. Breath is swirling around the third eye. And then exhale the left. That's one round. Inhale left. Pause at the top, relax the jaw. Exhale the right. Most likely one side will be more clear than the other. Inhale right. Hold at the top. Exhale left. Inhale left. Pause the top. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Now continue at your own pace. As you inhale, just slow, steady, not forceful, as much as you can get in, pausing at the top like a 3 count, and then letting all the breath out. Again, inhaling, remember one nostril might be a little bit stronger, more powerful, more open than the other. Just get what you can with each inhale, clearing out with each exhale. And we'll do a couple more rounds. One more full round, that's in through left, finishing out through left. All right, so we should be finishing up about now. We're gonna go breath 5 next, building some heat. So you're gonna bring your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, Vira Mudra. This is the warrior mudra. So this is about the sword, creating the sword of discernment. So when we build heat, we're burning the impurities. We're using our sword to slice through untruth, fear, and worry. So keep your sword held high. Squeeze your biceps into your temples, nice and tight. Draw the belly in. Now this is an active exhale and a passive inhale, meaning you're not going to think about inhaling, and you will naturally on your own. So let's start together real slow. Out the nose, belly will contract back. You should literally feel, maybe even see your belly like a bellows, like those things that bring oxygen to fire, squeezing, pushing out the air. I'll try to be your metronome, and we'll continue. We'll pick up the pace. If you need to feel like you should get a shorter breath, you can pant, and then eventually mouth close. Let's try to keep this pace for the next 30 seconds to a minute. Keep the arms up high. Ten more seconds, you got this, guys. Go hard, go fast, go strong. Big inhale. Hold your breath in. Bring the chin down. Trap the breath. Hold the energy. Hold it. We can always hold the breath longer than we think. Stay with it. Don't give in to fear, to worry, to anxiety. Stay with it. Keep the breath held in. You're going to survive. Stay with it a little bit longer. Now, as long as you possibly can, but when you exhale, just bring the hands to heart center. If you're still holding, keep holding. If you let it go, keep your eyes closed. Draw the belly in, Ujjayi Pranayama. Make an ocean wave sound. Some of you might actually still be holding breath. Now it's time to move a little bit. All right, you can start to play with this now. Coming onto your hands and your knees. Just letting your body move around naturally. A little sway of the hips and the shoulders. Some figure eights, exotic cows and cats. Moving your body like a snake. You're starting to make some big circles. Maybe you're moving counterclockwise or clockwise. Go both ways eventually, just shifting around. Getting into the shoulders, the wrists, the knees, the hips, and more importantly, the spine. All that energy wants to go overflow. Notice if you're holding tension in your neck or your jaw. Good. Now just start to crawl your hands forward and let your heart melt down toward the ground. So this is called Anahata Asana. Puppy pose really is about melting the heart toward the floor. Press down into your toes. And come forward onto your forearms. For Sphinx, you're on your thighs. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Press down. Reach up through the crown of the head. Once again, just circle the head. Stretch the neck. Press through the tops of the feet. Draw the navel point in a little bit. So anytime we're doing back bends or psoas, hip flexor stretch, you want to make sure the core is engaged, pulling back. Good, now come all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands in line with your ribs, thumbs in line with your ribs, but then bring your hands off the mat and bridge up on your fingertips. Now roll the shoulders back and inhale, come up. And then exhale, come down. A few more rounds. Inhale, rising. Exhale, coming down. Just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, melt. Arms out to the side. I want the arms to stay extended today, so you can keep the left arm out. Right elbow bends. Right foot steps over the top. Stretch for the shoulder, for the front of the chest. One more deep breath. And switch. Right arm extends, left elbow bends, left foot steps over top. We come back to center. Thumbs in by the ribs. Press down into the ground. Cobra pose, lift. Tilt the hips, shoulders move side to side. And then broaden the collarbones. Let the elbows bend back towards your hips. Let the heart melt down just a little bit. Melt the top of the thighs toward the mat. Go your hips side to side. Try to relax your glutes. And then exhale, go into a child's pose. And keep your hands and knees where they're at, because we were just in Cobra. We didn't have to move from there. Let's return to Cobra, coming through a tabletop. Inhale, lower hips, elbows bend in. And then exhale, press back into the child's pose. A few of those. Inhale, forward, elbows bend. Lift the chin away from the chest. Exhale, press back. Inhale, come forward. Try to bring your pelvis down, your elbows in. Exhale, press it back again. Come forward one more time, and then as you exhale, bring it all the way down. Get arms by your sides. So we're going to try to really engage here. First, we want to engage the back side. Shoulder blades drop towards each other, so the fronts of the shoulders move away from the mat. Then lift the head and chest. From here, you're still pressing into the hands and the feet, starting to activate the muscles of the back side of the body. Now the hands will elevate. Shoulder blades a little closer together, triceps engaged. Now lift the feet, lift the thighs. Just fly for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From forearms down the ground. Curl your toes underneath. Now watch me real quick. I'm going to peel my body off using my core. So the first thing I do is I suck my belly button in. Then I start to press into the forearms to lift my sternum and my middle back up, 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 up. My knees are still down on the mat. I'm pushing down, trying to broaden the upper back. Keep pushing through the hands, feel the shoulder blades moving apart. Now just straighten out the legs. Kneecaps lift. What we're gonna do from here is squeeze, elbows toward toes. Inner thighs spiraling upward, hip points toward the ribs. Your bottom sternum is pulling in, creating a little dome in your upper back, releasing between your thumbs for 3, 2, and 1. Lower back to a sphinx. Slide your hands in, thumbs by the ribs. Inhale all the way to the top, and then exhale. All right, take a little walk, move around. Spin the heels to the side, pedal it out, lift one leg, both legs. Well, if you lift both legs, that's more of a jump, so don't do that yet. I like to kind of create a little bounce, letting the chest go up and down, get more of a softened down dog instead of more active down dog. So heart openers, psoas, hip flexor stretch, and a new moon energetically. So that means we do a moon salutation today. One of my favorite things to guide and to do, actually. That would be nice. All right, slowly start to walk your feet all the way to your hands. And every step you take, go wider and wider and bend your knees. So you're in a knee bent position here, right? Okay, let the knees bend, tuck the chin to the chest, then straighten the legs, and slowly begin to relax all the way up to stand. Stretching the arms up high. Exhale, lean to the right side, body stretch. The bottom of your sternum moves forward and up. Your pelvis moves forward, but your right shoulder draws back. A little more of a back bending side stretch. Left palm facing down. So as you look up, I want you to see your tricep rotate towards your face. And then inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. Hips are moving to the right. So the sternum lifting, hips pressing, left shoulder drawing back, tricep moving down towards your cheek, towards your chin, towards your face. And coming back up to center. Hands to the back of the hips. So what you're really reaching for is your SI joint. These little grooves right here, these little dots, these little dimples. Your thumbs are going to go into that space. And you're going to just pull the pelvis down and then start to move the hips forward. As you do that, the front of your shoulders need to draw back, like your elbows are being pinched together. Now lift your chin away from your chest, take an audible breath. Inhale. Good, come back up to center. Interlace the fingers together, and then do another back bend, pulling the knuckles toward the floor. Big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Time to straighten around. Twist the shoulders left to right. And as you turn to one side, so turn to the left, right knee will bend, right shoulder to the right knee. Use your right hand to pull your left hand out. And then switch. Left knee, left shoulder connecting, right leg straight, using left hand to pull right arm out. Come back around. What I want you to do next, step your feet together, big toes touch, hands to shins, just right below the knees. So keeping the gaze slightly in front of the toes so that the neck stays long without being pinched. And then exhale, let the knees bend as you fold it in. Now for me, I always need to have a knee bend in the morning. I'm just not ready for 2 straight legs, so do what works for your body. All right, inhale, rise on up. And exhale, nice and hard. Real quick, I want to check in. I see a lot of teachers teaching cactus arms. It's great. It's a good heart opener thing, right? But when we cactus arms, a lot of people will naturally dump into their lower back, okay? And if we dump into the lower back, then we're not getting what we really want out of it. And we're also leading to possible injuries. So this is important here. Anytime we do cactus arms, Vinyasa, crescent pose, wherever you're at, standing, kneeling, a couple things need to happen. From a standing position, we need to make sure that the pelvis is coming forward, the inner thighs are drawing back. Okay, so what I think about is my heels, without actually moving, they're just pressing outward. You actually might be able to see that action happen when I press the heels outward, inner thighs draw back. Okay, so then when I go up for my cactus arm, when my elbows draw down. The movement of the elbows drawing down is so that my heart can then pull up. The sternum is going to lift, but I'm not going to dump into this. And this is what happens quite often. I see it all the time. So then what we have to do next is press the heels out, move the inner thighs back, and send the hips forward. From there, we're lifting, lifting, lifting. You can see how much more space I can get instead of doing this. Okay? Just so you know, when we go into our sun seat or our sun A, you don't dump into your lower back. All right. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Now exhale, cactus the arms, send the hips forward, the sternum up, the inner thighs back. Inhale, reach back up, and then exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. I want you to work on strengthening your spine here. As you straighten your legs, reach the arms in front, get long through the spine, and then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You'll probably notice with me, I'll be in cobra most of the class today. I find that it helps me open up my front side body a little bit better. It's a little easier on my back and my psoas. All right, let's combine balls to the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the thumbs, step or jump. Inhale, heart forward, hands reach back. You know why I do that? To straighten and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising up to stand. Exhale, cactus, arms, hips forward, sternum lift. Inhale, reach up, pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Inhale, straight legs, reach forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhales down. Deep breath. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, knees bend, jump or step. Inhale, heart forward, hands back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus, hips forward, heart high. Inhale, reach up, draw the belly in. Exhale, bend the knees, melt down. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down. Deep breath. Next, exhale, the knees bend, jump or step. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, folding. Inhale to stand. Exhale, cactus, hips forward, heels out, inner thighs back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, bend the knee. Inhale, lengthen, reaching. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down. All right, right leg's gonna lift up. Bring the right heel to your butt. Square the shoulders and reach your toes, looking under your left armpit. I want you to see your right toe. Now exhale, draw knee to nose, round your back, runner's lunge. Let the hips melt a little bit. So as the hips sink down, the heart lifts up. Set the left knee down on the ground. On Vinyasa. First one, in the morning, you choose. Hands to hips, hands to thigh. Maybe you're reaching up, making your body, doesn't matter. The back foot though, always pressing down. Belly always pulling in. Take an inhale, reach up. Then when we exhale, we'll bring hands to the mat, stepping your right knee back. So this is like my moon salutation variation, celebrating the new moon in Aries, very combative sign. Press down from the tops of your feet, thighs pressing forward, heart lifting. And then exhale, bowing into the child's pose. Just surrendering to what is. Then coming forward into your cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale, lifting the hips. Left leg lifts, try to stay square to your shoulders, and then look underneath the right armpit for the toes. Exhale, breath, knee to chest, round the back, step. Let the hips melt, but keep the knee off the ground for a moment, bringing the heart up and forward. Right knee will come down. Your variation of Anjaneyasana to begin. Back foot moving you down, belly drawing. All right, let's reach the arms up. Big inhale breath. Hands will come to the mat. As you do that, I usually just go fingertips to slide left knee back. Camel pose, press down and rise. Keep moving the pelvis, the hips, the pubic bone forward. Then you can find the back bend more safely. Exhale, child's pose. Reach out in front of you, get long. Grab a hold of your mat and pull yourself through the gateway of the heart, the arms. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog with the breath. Inhale, right leg lift and bend. Exhale, take a step. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, hands up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, step back. Inhale, Ustrasana, okay? Exhale, Balasana, child. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Left leg, inhale, lift and bend. Exhale, step. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, rooting down. Exhale, fingertips, step it back. Inhale, camel, hips forward, heart lift. Exhale, child. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Again, right leg in. Exhale. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, step the knee back. Inhale, rooting into the mat, reaching to the sky. Exhale, child. Inhale, cobra, there's a glide. Exhale, hips to sky, left side, inhale, lift. Exhale, step. Inhale, hands around. Exhale, to the mat, step it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your heart melt a little bit. As you do that, especially those of you that have the mobility and flexibility in your spine, pull the bottom sternum, the lower ribs in. And that's going to protect certain areas of your back that tend to over bend or overextend. All right, next one, Sun C, guys, super simple today. I don't want you to have to think, I just want you to concentrate on the breathing. So we're going to do it with the eyes closed. Easy first time, right leg comes high. Exhale, stepping through, back foot flat, warrior two. All right, so we're all warriors during these times, right? We're having to step up, be a little bit stronger mentally, possibly physically in some way. Get that length, that space, pull the belly in, draw the right hip back, and then just reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. If you modify forearm to thigh, let's make sure we're doing something right. This can be more detrimental than beneficial if you're modifying because of the shoulder area here, right? So if you're going to bring your forearm onto your thigh, just make sure your hand, your arm bone, is rotating externally. So it would be better if your hand is in line so the arm bone rotates out. Now the shoulder blade can draw back. Then I can reach for the top. Reverse triangle, inhale, straight in front. Triangle pose, exhale. Draw the outer right hip back, pull the pubic bone up, breathe. Reverse warrior, you bend the knee, take it back. And then exhale, chaturanga, hands to the mat. Probably not your first rodeo in that flow. Inhales up, exhales down. But you'll know that we're going to do it with the eyes closed. Left leg lifted up. Exhale, step between the thumbs. Back foot goes flat. Starting in warrior two now, but not when we go. You'll end up skipping warrior two when you breath. Extend, reach, expand, but at the same time, pull in to hold position to contract. Reverse warrior. Keep front toes relaxed. And then extended side angle. So this is just another view for you to see. If I bring the hand in, forearm resting, this is happening, this crunchy stuff. Not really good for the shoulder. So I want to externally rotate the shoulder and then draw the shoulder blade back. Then I can take it over the top of the reach. reach. Arm bone rotating what feels like inwardly, but it's external rotation. Pretty consistently. Straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Coming forward, Trikonasana triangle pose. So yes, you do want to open up the chest, but that means both sides of the shoulders move back. Not just the right, but the left as well. Then in the front knee, reverse warrior inhale. Chaturanga exhale. All right. Inhales up. Exhales down. Let's take a deep breath in and out. So when we flow, we want to do it with the eyes closed. I'm not sure what song you're on, hard to kind of gauge, but a song that's going to flow. I think the song Air would work really well here. That's on your playlist. The song Air gets you moving around a bit, especially because we're going to try to get into it in a real meditative way, focusing on slowing down the breath. All right. Feel free to laugh at me if I fall. I'm going to do it with my eyes closed too. But hopefully you won't see because your eyes will be closed. You'll be moving. Let's do this. Yogis. Right leg inhale lift. Exhale step. Inhales reverse forward. Exhale side angle extend. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle pose. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale chaturanga. Inhales up. Exhales down. Inhale up. Exhale step. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale extended side angle. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle pose. Inhale reverse warrior, bend the front knee. Exhale chaturanga. Don't peek. You got this. Inhale up dog. Eyes stay closed. Exhale down you go. Right leg inhale. Exhale step. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale side angle. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle pose. Inhale reverse warrior. You should be breathing slower than I'm talking. Exhale chaturanga. Stay behind the cue. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stay behind the breath. Inhale lift the left. Exhale step. Inhale reverse. Exhale side angle. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle pose. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more round. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale reverse. Exhale. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left leg last time. Exhale step up. Reverse inhale. Exhale side angle. Inhale reverse triangle. Exhale triangle pose. Inhale reverse warrior. Exhale chaturanga. Keeping it old school. Inhales up. Exhale child's pose. Yeah, great job. I like moving with the eyes closed. It really regulates the breath. Forces us to move so much slower. Even though the body really knows those poses. You've been in them thousands of times. Okay. Doing good on time. We're going to get into the psoas next, right? So less of building up with the long sequence, more of just very direct, getting into the psoas, hip flexor, quadricep. Tabletop, y'all. Tabletop, hands and knees. All right. Right hand forward, left leg back. I'm sure you know what we're doing. Bend the knee, reach and grab. Right foot, really press down, and then push your left hand to lift the chest as the foot kicks back into the hand. So you're feeling the lengthening of the quadriceps and the psoas. Kick, 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 lift, breathe. They call this tiger pose. Durga, Kali Durga rides on the lion or the tiger, and that's why they call this. Something about that. Nice to investigate and figure out why, but I like the idea of it being called tiger. Right hand will come down, left leg's going to extend back. Set left foot down on the mat. Okay? Your right foot pivots off your mat, your back foot goes flat. You should see that your left heel, right knee, and right thumb are all in the same straight line, and then we reach over top. Keeping that length here, your top hip pushes forward. Top hip pushes forward. Make sure the right shoulder is drawn back. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Step right foot forward, runner's lunge. All right, lower down onto your back knee. Bring your hands up to your foot thigh. We call this half camel recline. I don't know if it really has a pose name, but you done it with me. Straighten your front leg. Front foot flat. Okay, I like to turn my toes inward just a tad to keep that front foot flat. Now, I have an injury and tightness in this left hip. So instantly, just being in this position, I feel the stretch. Left arm goes up to keep that length on the left side. And then you're going to reach back with the right hand. I recommend a block if your hand doesn't reach your foot, your calf on the mat. Keep right leg straight, right foot flat. Where I like about this pose is pretty challenging for every body. Because the farther you go back, the more balance you lose, the more ground you have to be. And then if you're tight like me, heck, you feel it instantly. 3, 2, try to move the top of your left thigh forward a little bit more. And 1, lunge with your right foot out 45 degrees. Left hand comes down, and you're going to reach back and grab. Just not me, so don't look at me for demoing. Bend your left knee, reach and grab your foot. We've been talking about this a lot. I say we, me and John, and the teachers, about bringing the heart forward and the shoulder back. And I want you to kick your foot into your hand. So your foot is kicking back away from you. For 3, 2. Now if you want to bring it down and pull the heel toward your butt, more of a quadricep stretch, you can do that. And release the foot. Align your right foot so it's straight up, straight in line, and then open up and turn to the side. Hang out for a second. Inhale, breath, come all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2, twist the front. I reverse your warrior, and then come forward. I like using the block. We're going to go half move. You can go to the mat, because what we're going to do next is bend the left knee and pull it back, make it a full moon. Irony, right? New moon in the sky, full moon in our pose. Keep the left shoulder drawing back for 3, 2, 1. Bring the left hand down, square arm, and crunch left knee behind right calf. You know I love coming to this position. Now, revolve dancer. Right hand reaches back to grab. Lift the knee and slowly rise. Kick the foot behind for 3, 2, keep kicking, keep lifting. Stay squared in the hips, left thigh comes in. And 1, hands to the mat. All right, with a quick handstand, chaturanga exit goes like this. I'm going to show super beginner level and then a little bit more advanced. I'm going to keep my left leg up in the air. My right foot is simply going to slide back, and my heart is going to come forward into chaturanga. Or we can go for the jump. And what I have to do is I have to commit my heart forward as I start to come down. I keep my left leg high, 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 high. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down facing up. All right, knees down onto the knees, tabletop. Other side. Left hand forward, right hand back, bend the knee, reach and grab. Kick foot into hand, push down into the right with the chest. For 3, 2. Big lift of the chest, hug the knee in tight, and release. Keep the right leg off the mat. Left hand comes down. Extend right leg back, put it down on the ground. Spin the left foot out to the side. So thumb, knee, heel align, right arm reaching over, right hip, pushing forward. Right hand comes down, left leg up in the air, and then stepping through to a lunge. Lower the right knee, hands up to the thigh. So we're going to straighten the front leg. Okay, so as I straighten the front leg, I like to bring left foot in a little bit so the big toe is grounded. My knee is under my hip, right foot is pressing down. I'm going to go right arm up in the air, so you go to thigh, to calf, to foot, to block, to whatever you can. But keep the front foot flat, keep the front leg straight. So press the top of your right thigh forward. 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, lunge, turn the foot out 45 degrees. Your right hand is down now. Okay, we're going to reach back and grab. We're kicking foot back instead of pulling foot in. Kick and open, right shoulder blade moves back. Then you can pull it in, you can come down. As you pull the heel to your butt, try to press the top of your right thigh toward the mat. Go ahead and release that. Take it around to the side, legs wide. And inhale, rise all over. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Reversing the warrior, then coming forward into your half moon. Block or hand to the mat, because we're bending right knee and reaching back. I want you to have that stability so you can work the stretch in the quadricep. And make sure we're doing full moon, not Chahasana. So you actually want to pull your foot down to really open up the chest, keeping your right foot in line with the right thigh. 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes down, crunch the right knee behind, set up, square the hips, then reach back and grab. Lift, chest, and rise. The revolve dancer, so you're nice and square. 3, 2, keep kicking away from you. And 1, hands to the mat. All right, gaze to the thumbs. Real quick, one more demo for you. Right leg stays up. Always land 1 foot at a time. Boop. Chaturanga. Over. A little bit more. Boop. Hold it. And like you're working the handstand. If you don't catch it, that's your chance to, okay, exit chaturanga. Dog. Sitting back. Onto the toes. Stretching. Good drink if you need. So I love these videos that we're going to do for you because I'm going to be very intentional with how I teach. Not that I don't teach that anyway, but I get to focus on a little bit more specific things and not have to deliver the same style of class. For some reason, it feels nice to change the pace a little bit. Hopefully you feel the difference in a good way. Although I am excited for everyone to come back and for us to flow together in a normal way. All right, tops of the toes. Listen, I'm not the best body to demo a lot of these poses, and there's a lot of practitioners out there who do a lot more than me, can demo a lot prettier, but I'm going to get you the point to what you can do. So camel is our first attempt, and the goal is to try and go to the back of the head, okay? So working camel, going to the back, is to do Kapotasana. So we'll do this first. Tops of the feet pressing down into the ground. I want you to go hands to the inner thighs. So grab a hold of flesh at the inner thighs, draw the shoulder blades back, press the feet into the mat. So really it's less of camel, because in camel we're trying to keep the hips over the thighs, or over the knees, excuse me. But right now what we're actually doing is start climbing. So we go back, back, and then come back up. Something really nice to do if you don't have room for a spot, you can place a block behind you to see kind of where you're at. So I like to block almost in line with the toes. And then my goal would be to get my head to touch the block. See how it goes. So I want you to try a couple times to refine when the breath matters here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming back up. And you're really just finding your own edge, and that's going to be different for all of us. And you want to practice mindful. Let me show you what happens if you get stuck. Back, and you're in that, oh crap, put your butt down. Put your butt down and look forward. I'll show you again. If you go to that edge, you can't return from the edge. It's too intense. Watch. Okay. Butt down, gaze forward. You'll be safe. All right, 2 or 3 more on your own here. Practicing mindfully. Some people might want to choose to just stay and use thrust like camel. Hands to the heart. Maybe the hips. Maybe to the thighs. Keep your feet closed. When you're done, just sit back and kneel. Allow the muscles of the spine to relax before we counter that. And then go ahead and bow down, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Ready? Swing the feet around. Supported bridge if you got a block. I'll demo it real quick. I did it yesterday in my class, just to get us ready for this. So when I go to my, almost like a modified plow, I'll take my block so that it's tall and thin. You can go a long ways across the waistline of your pants, unless your pants are in your bra strap because you have high-waisted pants. Otherwise, you need to go around your sacrum, your underwear line, I suppose. All right, so when I come up, I'll put the block here, and you can go here if that works better for you, so that the block is across the underwear line, your sacrum. Or what I like is to be a little bit more on the spine, and then come down. Extend the legs out. Keep the feet flat. Reach underneath. Don't have a block. You're already in upward bow probably. So bridge your upward facing bow. That's where we're going next. Okay. Setting up your hands. Oftentimes, teachers are telling us to keep your elbows in. I'm going to explain something here anatomically. So yes, we want to keep the elbows in because we don't want the elbows to splay really wide. However, if I keep my elbows in, my arm bones intercept my collarbones and limit my ability for my chest to come through. So what I like to do, because I'm tight, because of my arm bone situation, when I come up in my upward facing bow, I actually allow my elbows to come out a little bit so that my heart can come through. If I keep my elbows in, that's going to be it. But if I let my elbows go out, I can come through to you more to get more of that heart opener, which was the intention of this class anyway. So yes, align, but then allow. Align, and then allow your body to adapt so that you can get the heart opening that you need. All right, let's commit to another minute of back bend, whether that's upward facing bow, bridge bows. I'll do another one. Lift you up here. Okay. And always play with a different hand position that works best for you, for your shoulders, or where you're at today. We did a lot to strengthen and stretch the front of the body, so hopefully you feel the difference there. You feel a little bit more open. I know I do. This is a pose that I'm not, I don't excel at, but I can get if I allow my body to adapt, to adjust after the alignment. All right, starting to bring it down. Please just rest. Let your knees bend, your feet flat. A lot of back bending. Try not to counter everything so quickly. Allow the muscles, the multifidi, those are the muscles in between each vertebrae that extend the spine. Allow those muscles to relax. Allow your erector spine, the muscles that run from your pelvis all the way to the back of your head. Those muscles are just engaging, pulling you back. And of course, those sides, which we did a lot of. So hug the knees toward the chest. Do a little twist, knees to the left, both knees. Reach out. So your knees are both bent and to the left. I want you to do this next. I want you to take your top leg, your right leg, and reach your right foot like you're trying to step off your mat to the side. So what we're doing is we're creating a straight line from knee to hip to shoulder. And instead of thinking about pushing the knee down, I want you to think about your entire leg bone moving out of its socket as it's moving away from you, reaching forward. This addresses the TFL, another muscle of the hip flexors, as well as the psoas. So knee is going down and forward, not just down, but forward, and it should be in line with the hip and the shoulder. Bring both knees into your chest. Keep your knees bent as you take the knees to the right foot. Twist. Twist to your long counters, your back bend. Back extensions are part of those. Now you're going to keep right knee bent and left knee bent. You're going to reach your left foot like you're trying to reach it off your mat to the side. So as you look down, your left knee, your hip, and your shoulder are all in alignment. Keep reaching the knee away from you. You can imagine that I'm actually taking your leg and pulling it slightly out of its socket to create a little bit more space, a little bit more length through the psoas, through the hip flexors, the TFL, tensor fascial octa. In the center, happy baby. Mindful here. Psoas muscles are feeling it. And what's nice about happy baby is you take the psoas, you take the hip flexors, and you put them across the hip points. And that creates a little bit of relaxation of those muscles. Lower back goes flat. And we'll go ahead and come up to a seat, soles of feet together, knees wide, bounding the pose. Coming forward, maybe using your elbows, eyes closed. Turning to the side, ask a couple of things wide. Start active, flex your feet, engage your quadriceps, hands on shins, come forward with your heart, come forward, come forward, come forward. You find that edge, and then let something rest, but try to maintain extension of the spine. Instead of letting the spine round, move heart forward. So as you start to wind down, finish with anything else that you need that's physical or spiritual to close it out. So then end up your yoga ritual. Maybe it's a shoulder stand, plow. To go from plow to shoulder stand and modified shoulder stand. The way I modify my shoulder stand is I actually allow the weight of my pelvis, the weight of my hips to sit in my hands. And I look straight up so I see my feet. A more traditional shoulder stand would be a straight line from shoulders to hips to knees to ankles. But I like this a little bit more therapeutic. I learned this from one of my teachers, Rod Stryker. Coming down, starting with your Shavasana. I'm going to guide you into your Shavasana. I'm going to let you be. So as you take your feet wide, I might be ahead of some of you, you still have to be doing some stretching, that's fine. When you get into your Shavasana, we're going to go palms up in the air. And I want you just to do a little body scan, front side of your body, way more open than before. So to be heart open means to be compassionate, to be loving, to be kind, to be open to what life is going to bring, even in these challenging times. So the goal is to stay open, physically, mentally, emotionally. Open to the changes that we're experiencing, maybe some of the difficulty, some of the discomfort. And easing into it all. Surrendering, softening. Just soften your entire backside with the mat. Let your head rest heavy and your neck relax. There are 2 songs for you, Heart Opener and Fatal Brainwaves, a binaural beat that helps you drop deeper into a different state in the brain, different brainwave activity. So I encourage you to really take advantage of this time to be at home, to be alone, and to take a long Shavasana. For many, I think we're recording these classes, so you'll have an opportunity to archive some of these classes. I too also have videos for you, so if you're interested. I do a lot of these same sequences in my videos, so you can DM me for that. All right, it's a pleasure to share this morning with you virtually. I'm in your heart, it's your mind. Let's close, and then all close with an Om, and I'll let you be on your own. Oh.